Hey guys, sorry I didn't post yesterday. Yesterday my mouth really hurted. So yeah. But if you hear any meowing or purring, little miss baby, aka kitten, is with me right now. But anyways, let's get on. I was in my estate getting ready for my little date with Muichiro. Date or hangout? Well, wow, the only nice thing I have is a silk kimono. I can't fight in this if we get attacked though. Oh well. I took the lovely kimono off the hanger and put on the many layers are parts of the kimono. I put my hair up or down if it's short in a bun and put some flower pins on it. I may be the ice pillar, but I do love flowers. I looked into the mirror and stared into my eyes. Similar to my brother's, they were deep in their hue. I took a step back and take a whole look at my outfit in the mirror. I made a gentle face to myself. I look so cute. I sighed and looked away from the mirror. I didn't remember anything too much since I was too young. But from the pictures I've seen, I do look similar to this girl. I grabbed my katana and paused. Should I take it? I questioned myself. I do love it more than my crow, but damn. But for real, should we get attacked? If we do, then I'll just use my fist. Problem solved. I dropped the katana on my bed and I went to the location that Muichiro said to meet him at. On second thought, I should get Muichiro instead because of his bad memory. I walked over to his seat, seeing him wandering around. I'm guessing trying to find me? Muichiro! I called out for him, and he's walking towards me. I saw him in a similar blue yukata, his hair in a ponytail and 2 strands of his hair in front. I covered my mouth, aghast. There's something wrong. He tilted his head to the side. Nothing. My voice cracked a bit, and I hid my face in embarrassment. Damn, why is he so good looking right now? I calmed myself down. Shall we head to the village? I asked, and he nodded his head. I looked at the beautiful scenery as we walked past blueberry bushes, cherry blossoms, and birds chirping. It was a beautiful day out, ever humid though there looked to be a storm either later or tomorrow. I feel like I'm forgetting something. OMG! Muichiro, tonight is Rengoku-san's funeral. It totally slipped my mind. I think his forgetfulness is rubbing off on me. I guess it is, he said using his monotone voice. I lightly glared at him due to his response. He's not the bit slightest sad. Well, I can't be mad at him though. He's just that cute. Oh, Muichiro, there's a jewelry store. Maybe I can get a necklace or something. As I said that, a man who was in front of us took 2 rings and bolted away. Muichiro, we have to catch that man. He shook his head. Yin, this is how the economy works, he sighed. Boy, if you don't help me catch this thief, I glared at him. Well, too bad, Yin. To that damn rescue, cause Muichiro over here is too damn lazy. His eyes widened as he sighed again. Fine. Yes, I ran towards the thief, taking large steps and controlling my breathing. Stop running, I yelled at the man in front of me. He got caught off by Muichiro standing before him and catching the thief in his arms. Thanks, Muichiro, I gasped for air. I'm so glad that you came when you did. I'm not too fond of running. I looked at the ring and gasped a little. These are such beautiful rings, right, Moo? He nodded his head and glanced at me due to the use of his nickname. It's a shame we have to return them. What if I take them and we say we didn't catch the thief? No, you're better than that, Yin. He walked to where the man first stole them. The rings in my hand and the thief in Muichiro's. Muichiro, just turn him over there. I'll take care of the rings. Join me when you're finished, I told him, gazing at the rings. I looked up at the shop owner, giving him a calming smile. Here are your rings back, sir. Thank you for catching him. Actually, you and your husband over there can keep them as a thank you gift, as I see you guys don't have rings. I look over to where he pointed, and Muichiro was coming back. Husband? No, sir. You're misunderstand, and he's just a close friend. Muichiro came back and asked, what did he say? Nothing. I quickly turned around. Miss, please take them. You never know what will happen. The shop clerk winked at me. What were you guys talking? I quickly covered Muichiro's mouth. Nothing. I smiled at the clerk. We'll take them. Since you can't take no for an answer. Not funny. Please put them on. The clerk gave one to Muichiro and me. This trying to make me do something. I sighed and tried to put the ring on my thumb, middle finger pointer, and then the ring finger and pinky, but it only fits on the left ring finger. Hell no. I looked over to Muichiro, seeing that the case was the same for him. The store clerk looked at the situation and smirked. This guy, playing some games. Yeah, no, Muichiro, you can keep that on your ring finger, but I'll make this one into a necklace, so we can at least match, I guess. Muichiro nodded and put the ring on, and I grabbed a chain from my pocket, don't ask how, and looped the ring into making it a nice-looking necklace. So much for hearing out. It's almost time for Rengoku's funeral. I heard that Tengen-san is having an after-party or hangout. I guess so we can talk more there? I smiled, and he nodded at the idea. We should go back to change. His voice was like a melody in my ears. Although it was monotone, I knew he meant every word he said to me. Or was I just being crazy? I nodded and smiled. See you. I turned around and left before he could respond. I went back to my estate, and from the letter of Okitama sent, we were supposed to wear our Demon Slayer uniforms for respect purposes. Aw, I kind of wanted to wear another outfit, but I looked nice in it anyway, so I prepared my gift of money, because that's what people usually give at funerals, I hope at least. I wrapped the envelope in a red silk cloth and put it in a white bag with a white bow. I was walking out when I heard the sound ring in my ears. Rain started to pour down, and I ran to the closest estate, which was my brother's. Gyuni, are you still home? I asked, allowing myself in. He tapped me on the back at the same time as the thunder stroke. I jumped a little. Yin, are you still scared of thunderstorms? I thought you should have gotten over it already. He put his hands on my shoulders, speaking in an understanding tone. Hey, it improved since I was younger. I don't cry anymore. I shrugged my shoulders and looked the other way. The only one who calmed me down probably was Nissan. You remember, right? He smiled and nodded his head. Of course I remember. It was funny. I lifted up my arm to smack his head, but he stopped me. Now, Yin, that's not how you treat a relative. He teasingly spoke. I raised an eyebrow. Does he really have the nerve to say that? Nah. But other than that, I smiled at the memory of me and my sibling. Yin, please stop crying, the older daughter of Tokida's siblings said to the youngest. Yin continued to cry as the loud sounds from the thunderstorm accompanied. Suddenly, the oldest, Toshiro Tokida, sang a nice lullaby. With you, the whole world is aglow. I pray your light. Suddenly, the frozen minutes felt like a miracle. The moment I encourage you, it turns into color. Together again. No more gray. Yin stopped crying. Instead, she started laughing along with her brother. Since that day, Yin hums a lullaby whenever she gets scared of any storms. Well, we should really start heading to the funeral now. I went towards the door and turned around to see my brother following my lead. I have an umbrella we can share. My brother popped up the umbrella, holding it above both of our heads. Time skip. During the funeral, I saw all the Hashira were there, and those who fought alongside him in battle. I spotted his father along with his brother Senjiro. I feel bad. I wonder how he's going to put up with his father with Kojiro not here. Towards the end of the funeral, everyone prayed their respects to the former flame Hashira. Seeing him in the casket, a blanket over his body to cover his unfortunate injury, was heartbreaking. This man, once a living, unbeatable person, but now... I sighed and went back to standing next to my brother, watching him get buried in the earthly ground, where he could finally rest in peace. Later that night, I was sitting in Tengen's house when his little after-party went on. I observed the other Hashira either drinking or playing. Luckily, Tanjiro and his goofy friends were invited as well, so I wasn't the only young one besides Muichiro. Tengen-san, can you pass me something to drink, like juice or something? I tapped him slightly. Of course, Yin. His tone of his voice was a bit slurry and quite loud, meaning he was already drunk a bit. I bent over to Shinobu and asked the whereabouts of my brother. Shinobu-san, do you know where my brother is? She looked at me and smirked. Your brother? It was a shock that he was invited, but he's over there in that corner. I looked over to see my brother sulking in the corner, glancing at everyone in the room. But sometimes I wonder how I'm related to this bozo. Yin, your drink. Tengen handed me this red-looking drink. I'm assuming this is fruit punch? I trust him. I took the cup from him and took a sip. It tastes like juice, all right. Then I poured the whole thing into my mouth and put the cup down. I want some more, though. I walked over to where the drinks were and sniffed every drink to see which one matched the one I drank. I took one last, and it was this exact match. I took a cup of it and left to sit down next to my brother. I was walking towards my brother and finish my drink. Why is my head hurting? Nissan? I went up to my brother and collapsed. Nissan, I have a secret. My voice slurred and I patted his fluffy hair. This is such a weird feeling. I pulled out the ring from my necklace and it fit perfectly on my ring finger. I'm engaged. Before you. I could see his eyes widen. Yin, what? To whom? Tokita-kun? Tengen-san? What did you give her? My brother's eyes held the most emotion he's ever experienced in a while. Yep, guys, I'm engaged before my big brother. Everyone turned to me as I said those words. Yin-chan, I'm so happy for you. Mitsuri. Pink hair. My vision got a little blurry, said as I rolled off my brother's grip. Muichiro. I went over to him and grabbed his hand. I'm not lying, look. I raised his left hand. See? Tokita, I don't care if you wedded or whatever you are to Yin-chan. I'm gonna beat your ass for asking her hand in marriage without my blessing. Obanai took me away from Muichiro and glared at Tengen. I gave her juice from this Oh. It was flavored alcohol. Whoa, that's a thing. I saw Tengen open it and drink some of it for himself. Tengen-san! I looked over to my brother, who got more mad from this comment. We aren't married. We weren't anything. She's nothing special to me. Muichiro said in a cold tone, wanting to get his point across from the room. I could hear gas coming from all over the room. I knew that everyone knew of my little crush on the Miss Pillar. Even that ass Sanemi. Despite being drunk, those words stuck with me into a small pit of tears. I wiped the tears quickly before anyone could notice, and I looked over to Obanai and nodded my head. I could tell that Obanai got the memo because he grabbed Muichiro by his collar and held him. Listen here, you little shit. You know damn well that isn't true. She's nothing special to me, my ass. If she wasn't, why are you wearing that goddamn ring? Better yet, why did you go on a date with her? You gotta answer that, you little punk. Okay, Obanai-san. I'm sure he's got the point. I gave a look at Muichiro one last time and walked over to Obanai to where my brother was, getting ready to leave this whack of a party. Way to ruin a party, Sanemi mumbled. You want to be next, you Pomeranian? Obanai glared at him. I could tell he wasn't in a good mood since his disgrace was all poshy style. Obanai-san, calm down, Mitsuri switched. My apologies, Mitsuri-san. I looked over to see him do a 9-degree bow. Damn, he's down bad. For real. Feeling a bit more sober, I walked over to Tengen. All right, well, I'm going now. Thanks, Tengen, for the drink, I guess. I went out to the door, looking towards of getting home and forgetting any of this happened. Ian, wait. I turned around to see Muichiro tugging on my arm, but something was different. His eyes had a shine in them, unlike his usual dull ones. I widened my eyes at the sight of the true beauty of his eyes showed. I blinked a couple of times, holding in tears that wanted to come out because of the event that just occurred. His eyes went back to normal, but he still held a firm grip on my arm, waiting for my answer.